In this week's restaurant report card, we're uncovering a massive roach infestation at one establishment and another that failed to store its food at safe temperatures. We all enjoy the convenience of grabbing a meal from a well-known restaurant chain, but what's really happening behind those kitchen doors? Some popular spots are serving up more than just what you ordered. From filthy cooking spaces and alarming health code violations to undisclosed ingredients and major lawsuits, certain restaurants have earned a reputation for all the wrong reasons. Today we are pulling back the curtain. We'll be counting down 10 restaurants you should probably think twice about visiting, no matter how appealing they might seem from the outside. The details we found might just change where you choose to eat. Be sure to watch until the very end, because after we expose the worst offenders, we will also share a few restaurants that consistently earn high marks for their quality and safety, giving you some reliable options that are truly worth your time and money. Let's get started. First on our list is Applebee's, a chain that once positioned itself as the cornerstone of neighborhood dining, a reliable spot for family dinners and affordable meals. However, the shine has worn off, and Applebee's has found itself in a prolonged struggle to keep its reputation intact, with problems that extend far beyond just the food on the plate. For years, a growing chorus of customer complaints has highlighted issues with questionable cleanliness, inconsistent food quality, and even alarming cooking practices. In numerous locations across the country, health inspectors have documented a troubling pattern of violations, from finding expired ingredients in the pantry to serving undercooked meats and maintaining unsanitary kitchen condition. These official reports paint a picture of systemic issues that compromise diner safety. The situation escalated dramatically when a series of viral videos, filmed by employees, pulled back the curtain on what happens behind the scene. These clips showed staff mishandling food, ignoring basic hygiene protocols, and revealing a work environment that seemed to disregard public health standards. The online backlash was swift and severe, cementing a public perception that what you see in the dining room might be a facade for what's happening in the kitchen. Beyond the hygiene concerns, Applebee's menu has come under intense scrutiny from nutrition experts. The chain has been criticized for marketing calorie-dense items as lighter, healthier choices. A prime example is their grilled chicken Caesar salad, which sounds innocent enough but contains over 1,000 calories and a shocking amount of sodium, nearly half of the recommended daily limit packed into a single salad. This practice of health washing misleads customers who are trying to make mindful choices. Another major point of contention revolves around the freshness of their ingredients. While Applebee's marketing promotes freshly prepared, eaten good in the neighborhood meals, numerous former employees have come forward to expose the reality. They reveal that a significant portion of the menu, from entrees to side dishes, arrives pre-cooked and frozen, only to be reheated in microwaves or on warming tables before being served. This microwave-to-table model directly contradicts the image of grill-fired freshness they project. This reliance on pre-packaged foods, coupled with shrinking portion sizes and steadily rising prices, has left many diners feeling that the brand no longer offers the value it once did. The final nail in the coffin for many was a controversy that had nothing to do with food. In 2022, a leaked internal memo from a company executive created a firestorm. The executive suggested that rising gas prices and inflation were beneficial for the company, as financial pressure would force more people to accept low-wage jobs. This statement was perceived as a clear display of corporate greed and a profound disrespect for its workforce, sparking nationwide outrage and calls for boycotts. What was once a symbol of casual American dining has become a cautionary tale of a brand that seems to have lost its way, prioritizing cost-cutting over quality, transparency, and respect for both its customers and employees. Next up is Olive Garden, a brand synonymous with family-style Italian-American dining, famous for its promise of endless breadsticks and heaping pasta bowls. For decades, it has cultivated an image of warm hospitality and generous portions. But beneath this veneer of comforting familiarity lies a series of controversies and operational realities that might make you question your next visit. The primary issue begins with the food itself. Many diners operate under the assumption that their pasta dishes are being crafted with fresh ingredients in the kitchen. However, a wealth of testimony from former employees tells a different story. A significant portion of Olive Garden's menu, from their signature sauces and soups to entire entrees, arrives at the restaurant pre-packaged and frozen. These items are then simply reheated before being plated and served. That famous creamy Alfredo sauce that so many customers crave crave, it often comes from a pre-mixed base, loaded with preservatives, excessive sodium, and industrial-grade oils, bearing little resemblance to a traditional, freshly made Italian recipe. This factory-to-table approach calls into question the authenticity and quality of the food you're paying for. Nutrition experts have also raised red flags about the health implications of dining at Olive Garden. Many of the chain's most popular dishes are nutritional nightmares. The Tour of Italy entree, for instance, is a combination of 3 classic dishes that can easily pack over 1,500 calories and contain more than a full day's worth of saturated fat and sodium. And that's before you even start on the unlimited breadsticks or the salad, which is often drenched in a dressing high in sugar and processed oils. The perception of value from large portions often masks the low nutritional quality of the meal. Beyond the food, Olive Garden's problems extend to sanitation and corporate practices. Over the years, numerous reports from both customers and employees have detailed serious cleanliness issues. These include stories of dirty utensils, unkempt kitchen areas, and even pest sightings in some restaurant locations. One particularly damaging incident went viral when a customer in Indiana shared a video allegedly showing a piece of plastic found in their pasta. The video amassed millions of views, igniting a wave of online criticism and further tarnishing the brand's image. Adding to these concerns are reports of corporate cost-cutting measures impacting the dining experience. Allegations have surfaced that Olive Garden has reduced investment in staff training and kitchen oversight in an effort to save money. This has reportedly led to widespread inconsistencies in food quality and service from one location to another. Perhaps the most telling example of their departure from authentic cooking practices was the infamous revelation that the company chose not to salt its pasta water to preserve the lifespan of its pots. This detail, while seemingly minor, became an internet meme symbolizing how far the chain had strayed from fundamental culinary principles. At the end of the day, while Olive Garden may offer a sense of nostalgia and convenience, the reality is you're often paying restaurant prices for what amounts to mass-produced, reheated food that is a far cry from genuine Italian cuisine. At number 3, we have Buffalo Wild Wings, the quintessential destination for sports fans looking to catch a game. With its wall-to-wall big screens, energetic atmosphere, and the promise of endless wings, it has positioned itself as the ultimate game day hangout. But behind the lively sports bar facade, the chain has been dealing with some serious issues that go beyond the heat of its sauces. Let's begin with the very product that gives the chain its name, the wings. Most customers naturally assume they are being served fresh, bone-in chicken that is cooked to order. However, multiple accounts from former employees have confirmed a different reality. Many Buffalo Wild Wings locations allegedly use frozen wings that are deep-fried, tossed in sauce, and then served as if they were made fresh. While using frozen products is common in the industry, the nutritional content of what comes next is where the real problem lies. Those signature sauces, available in a dizzying array of flavors, are often packed with MSG, artificial colorings, and a host of preservatives. These additives have been linked to health issues like migraines and inflammation in sensitive individuals. Nutrition experts have consistently placed Buffalo Wild Wings among the least healthy casual dining chains in the United States. A single order of their spiciest offering, the Blazin' Carolina Reaper Wings, can soar past 1,200 calories and contain over 4,000 milligrams of sodium. That's nearly double the recommended daily intake for an adult, all before you factor in fries, a side of ranch, or a beer. This makes what seems like a simple meal a massive caloric and sodium overload. The chain has also been embroiled in significant public relations crises. In 2019, a location in the Chicago area faced national backlash after a group of black customers was allegedly asked to move tables because of their race. Although the company responded with an apology and terminated the employees involved, the incident caused considerable damage to its public image and raised questions about its corporate culture. This incident is compounded by recurring reports from various locations detailing poor cleanliness, including discoveries of moldy soda nozzles and issues with cross-contamination in the kitchen. These sanitation concerns give customers valid reasons to question the standards being upheld behind the kitchen doors. Even more bizarre was a lawsuit filed against the company for misleading advertising. The suit claimed that Buffalo Wild Wings was deceiving customers by calling their boneless wings wings at all, when in fact, they are simply pieces of fried chicken breast meat. The lawsuit went viral, sparking a widespread online debate and forcing the company to publicly admit what many already suspected. This sequence of events, from food quality and nutritional concerns brands to serious social controversies and deceptive marketing paints a picture of a brand struggling with its identity and its commitment to quality. Finally, we come to Chili's Grill and Bar, a chain that for decades has been a fixture in the American casual dining scene. Known for its sizzling fajitas, hefty burgers, and that unforgettable baby back ribs jingle, Chili's built its brand on a fun, energetic atmosphere. But in recent years, the restaurant's reputation has been on a steady decline, and it's not simply a matter of evolving customer tastes. Behind the familiar brand lies a troubling pattern of diminishing food quality, persistent cleanliness concerns, and corporate decisions that have left many loyal customers disappointed. Let's start with what's coming out of the kitchen. A number of former employees have taken to social media and online forums to reveal that many of the dishes Chili's serves are not cooked fresh. Instead, they allege that items are pre-cooked, frozen, and then reheated using microwaves or steam tables. This means that the signature sizzle of your fajitas might not be from a hot grill, but rather the result of a pre-planned reheating process designed for speed, not quality. Furthermore, many of their popular Tex-Mex dishes are reportedly loaded with excessive amounts of sodium, processed oils, and chemical flavor enhancers to compensate for the lack of freshness. A 2023 nutritional analysis confirmed these concerns, ranking several Chili's entrees among the unhealthiest meals available in the casual dining sector. For instance, their Ultimate Smokehouse combo can contain over 2,500 calories, a staggering 6,000 milligrams of sodium, and more sugar than 2 cans of soda. This single plate delivers more than an entire day's recommended limit of salt, fat, and calories, making it a very poor choice for anyone mindful of their health. Cleanliness has also become a major point of contention. A wave of viral TikTok videos and Reddit threads from individuals claiming to be former employees have showcased unappetizing behind-the-scenes footage. These posts have included images of what appears to be moldy ice machines, dirty food preparation areas, and instances of cross-contamination between raw and cooked ingredients. In addition to these unofficial reports, official health inspection records from some locations have documented violations such as improper food storage temperatures and evidence of undercooked chicken being served. These incidents, while not representative of every location, have become frequent enough to create a pattern of concern. The company has also faced criticism over its handling of customer complaints, which often involve issues like undercooked meat or foreign objects found in food. Diners have reported that the company's official responses tend to downplay the severity of these incidents rather than addressing them head-on. While Chili's was once celebrated for its fun, family-friendly environment, many diners now describe the experience as inconsistent and overpriced. The combination of smaller portion sizes, higher prices, and a heavy reliance on pre-made, reheated ingredients has eroded the charm and value that once made Chili's a beloved American dining staple. Fifth on our list is IHOP, the International House of Pancakes. This chain was once the undisputed king of breakfast, a cheerful and dependable spot known for its towering stacks of fluffy pancakes. It built a legacy as a symbol of family comfort and budget-friendly morning meals. However, over time, that wholesome image has been tarnished, and IHOP now finds itself as one of the most frequently criticized breakfast chains in the country. The brand is battling issues with inconsistent food quality, serious cleanliness problems, and alarming nutritional realities that lurk behind its seemingly innocent menu. Let's start by looking at what's actually on the plate. Many of IHOP's menu items, like the country fried steak or the big steak omelet, sound like hearty, comforting classics. In reality, they are nutritional disasters. A single one of these entrees can easily surpass 1,700 calories and contain over 3,000 milligrams of sodium, far exceeding the recommended daily limits for an average adult. The pancakes themselves, the very foundation of the brand, are typically served drenched in syrups made primarily from high fructose corn syrup, not real maple syrup. Even the omelets, which might seem like a healthier choice, are often made with pre-mixed liquid egg products that contain additives and preservatives, a far cry from fresh, cracked eggs. The truth behind the griddle has been further exposed by former employees, who have admitted that many IHOP kitchens rely heavily on frozen, pre-cooked, and pre-packaged ingredients, with very little being made from scratch. That pancake batter, it frequently comes from a pre-mixed batch. The omelets, they are often poured from large jugs of a liquid egg blend. Bacon and sausage are cooked in large batches and then reheated throughout the day. The promise of a freshly made breakfast quickly fades when you realize it's more of an assembly line than a kitchen. Cleanliness is another area where IHOP has repeatedly come under fire. Health department reports from various locations, along with viral customer posts, have exposed a pattern of unsanitary conditions. These include dirty griddles caked with old food residue, persistent pest problems, and even reports of mold found in syrup containers. One particularly stomach-turning incident in Virginia went viral after a diner claimed to have discovered a roach inside their coffee mug. The resulting online uproar prompted health inspections at multiple IHOP locations, highlighting a systemic issue that the company has struggled to contain. On top of these concerns, customer service has become a major point of frustration. Diners frequently report long wait times, incorrect orders, and food arriving cold at the table, often attributed to understaffing and inadequate employee training. The chain's attempt to broaden its appeal by adding items like burgers and sandwiches has also been met with criticism, with many customers feeling that the House of Pancakes has lost focus on the one thing that made it famous. Next up is Denny's, a chain that carved out a unique space in American culture as the quintessential 24/7 diner. For decades, it was the reliable late-night haven for travelers, students, and night owls, serving up classic American comfort food around the clock. But the nostalgic image of a friendly, bustling diner has been overshadowed by a reputation for unclean kitchens, incredibly unhealthy meals, and a history of troubling corporate controversies. The issues begin with the food itself. A deep dive into Denny's menu reveals a minefield of calories, sodium, and unhealthy fats. Take their double cheeseburger, for example. This single menu item can contain a staggering 1,490 calories and over 3,400 milligrams of sodium, which is more salt than an adult should consume in an entire day. Even the Fit Slam, which is marketed as a healthier alternative, has been criticized by nutritionists for its use of processed turkey bacon and preservative-laden egg whites. The perception of home-cooked quality quickly dissipates when you learn about the kitchen practices. Former employees have spoken out online, revealing that a large portion of Denny's food arrives pre-packaged or frozen, rather than being prepared fresh in-house. The scrambled eggs are often poured from pre-made liquid cartons. The sausages and other breakfast meats arrive frozen in bulk, and the pancake batter is mixed from massive industrial-sized bags. So while the aroma might evoke memories of a home-cooked breakfast, the reality is often far from it. Cleanliness is another major and persistent problem for the chain. Numerous health inspection reports have cited Denny's locations for a range of violations, including unsanitary kitchen conditions, the presence of mold in soda dispensers, the use of expired ingredients, and even pest infestations. Viral posts from horrified customers sharing photos of hair, pieces of plastic, or undercooked food in their meals have become unfortunately common. While these might be isolated incidents at specific locations, their frequency has caused lasting damage to the brand's overall reputation for safety and quality. Beyond the food and sanitation, Denny's has a checkered past involving lawsuits and discrimination complaints. Over the years, the company has faced multiple high-profile cases related to racial bias and the mistreatment of both customers and employees. Although Denny's has made public commitments to reform its corporate culture and practices, the stigma from these incidents continues to linger, leaving many diners with a negative perception of the brand. Finally, there is the undeniable health factor. Dining regularly at Denny's can have serious consequences. The heavy-handed use of butter, oil, and salt, combined with a menu dominated by processed meats and sugary beverages, makes it one of the more challenging chains for anyone concerned about cardiovascular health. Even the lighter menu options are often deceptively high in sodium and hidden calories. While Denny's continues to market itself as America's diner, the truth is that the quality, care, and consistency that once defined it have largely faded. At number 7, we have Red Lobster, the seafood giant that promises a premium dining experience for the masses. For decades, it has successfully marketed itself as the go-to destination for celebratory seafood dinners, tempting customers with images of buttery lobster tails, endless shrimp promotions, and those famously addictive Cheddar Bay biscuits. It all sounds quite luxurious, but this is where the carefully crafted illusion begins to fall apart. Despite its name and marine-themed decor, a significant portion of Red Lobster's seafood is neither fresh nor locally sourced. Many of the dishes are prepared using frozen, imported products, often sourced from large-scale international fish farms. These operations have faced scrutiny for their practices, including the heavy use of antibiotics, poor water quality, and questionable labor conditions. A 2019 investigative report, for example, linked a portion of the chain's shrimp supply to farms in Southeast Asia that were associated with unsanitary environments and forced labor scandals. Let's also talk about the butter that drenches so many of their signature plates. That drawn butter served alongside the lobster tails. It is often not real butter at all, but rather a buttery flavored oil blend, packed with trans fats, artificial flavoring and preservatives. That creamy, rich lobster bisque, it is frequently loaded with sodium, with some bowls containing over 1,000 milligrams. The creamy texture is often achieved with thickeners like cornstarch and dairy solids, while MSG is used to mimic a depth of flavor that fresh ingredients would naturally provide. Even the supposedly healthy grilled options, like the shrimp skewers, can come glazed in marinades that are heavy in sugar. Add a side of their iconic biscuits to your meal, and you could easily consume over 1,000 calories before your main course even arrives. If that's not enough to give you pause, consider the reports on sanitation. Back in 2021, several Red Lobster locations across the U.S. made headlines after customers reported finding mold on bread, being served undercooked shrimp, and even spotting roaches in the dining area. Adding fuel to the fire, some former employees took to platforms like Reddit to reveal that, in an effort to cut costs, leftover seafood was sometimes reheated and served the following day. The commercials may paint a picture of pristine lobsters being pulled fresh from the ocean, but the operational reality is far less glamorous. Red Lobster may hold a place in many people's memories as a family favorite, but behind the nautical decorations is a system that often prioritizes quantity over quality. Finally, we arrive at Outback Steakhouse. This chain has masterfully sold the illusion of the rugged, adventurous Australian spirit, promising big steaks, friendly service, and of course that iconic bloomin' onion. But once you peel back the layers of that crispy golden fried appetizer, you find one of the unhealthiest and most deceptive restaurant chains in the casual dining landscape. Let's start with their crown jewel, the bloomin' onion. Marketed as a fun, shareable starter, it has been dubbed a heart attack on a plate by nutritionists, and for good reason. This single appetizer contains an astounding 1,150 calories, 55 grams of fat, and 4,200 milligrams of sodium, nearly double the entire daily recommended intake of salt for an adult. And that's before you even get to your steak, sides, or dessert. A typical meal at Outback, including an entree and a drink, can easily push a diner into the 3,000 to 4,000 calorie range in a single sitting. But the real shocker lies in how the food is prepared. Former employees have admitted that the grilled meats at Outback are often brushed with butter-flavored blends and oil-based sauces that are loaded with preservatives and MSG to amplify the flavor. This means that even the menu items that appear healthier are hiding chemical flavor enhancers and massive amounts of sodium. Those signature seasonings they're so proud of, they are typically pre-mixed industrial blends, full of anti-caking agents and flavor stabilizers, not exactly the fresh, authentic grill experience they promote. There's also the controversy that many diners never heard about. In 2018, a news investigation exposed that several Outback locations were allegedly reusing old frying oil well past its safe use limit. This practice can result in rancid flavors and the formation of potentially carcinogenic compounds in the food. Furthermore, various health departments have cited franchise locations for poor sanitation practices, including issues with raw meat, cross-contamination, and pest problems in food storage areas. And while the brand proudly markets itself as an Australian-inspired steakhouse, the truth is there is virtually nothing Australian about it. The company was founded in Tampa, Florida, and the entire Aussie concept is a marketing gimmick built on a foundation of kangaroo logos and boomerang props. The Aussie cheese fries, for instance, pack nearly 2,900 calories and 200 grams of. The entire concept is a caricature, not a tribute to Australian cuisine. First on our list of safe havens is True Food Kitchen, a restaurant that fundamentally redefines the dining experience. When you walk through its doors, you are not just entering another place to eat, you are stepping into a philosophy centered on wellness. This chain was founded on the anti-inflammatory diet principles of Dr. Andrew Weil, which means every dish is crafted not just to taste delicious, but to make you feel genuinely good long after the meal is over. Unlike the vast majority of restaurant chains that depend on heavy sauces, processed ingredients, and cheap industrial oils to create flavor, True Food Kitchen is built on a foundation of clean, honest cooking. Its entire menu is designed around whole, nutrient-dense ingredients that are intended to fuel and heal the body rather than weigh it down. You simply will not find the typical menu filled with greasy burgers or deep-fried appetizers here. Instead, you are greeted with a vibrant array of options like colorful bowls brimming with roasted vegetables, wild-caught fish, and organic ancient grains. One of their most beloved dishes, the Ancient Grains Bowl, perfectly encapsulates the brand's ethos. It features a harmonious blend of quinoa, miso-glazed sweet potatoes, grilled portobello mushrooms, and a touch of savory pesto, all crowned with creamy avocado. It's a meal that is simultaneously hearty, balanced, and deeply nourishing. Even their beverage selection follows this same mindful philosophy. Forget the sugary, artificially flavored sodas. At True Food Kitchen, you'll discover cold-pressed juices, energizing matcha refreshers, and anti-inflammatory turmeric tonics. It feels as though every single item on the menu has a distinct purpose, not just to satisfy your hunger but to actively recharge and support your body from the inside out. What truly elevates True Food Kitchen above its peers is an unwavering commitment to transparency and quality sourcing. The company works in close partnership with local farms and responsible suppliers to ensure its produce is always fresh, seasonal, and ethically obtained. There is a story behind every ingredient, and each dish is a reflection of their core belief that food should be a source of healing, not harm. Perhaps the best part is that healthy eating here never comes at the expense of flavor. True Food Kitchen masterfully proves that wholesome, nutritious meals can be incredibly satisfying and bursting with taste. From their grass-fed burgers served on hearty flaxseed buns to their crave-worthy edamame dumplings, the food is designed to be enjoyed. You leave feeling full and content, but never sluggish, bloated, or guilty. In a culinary landscape dominated by fried, salty, and highly processed options, True Food Kitchen stands as a powerful and refreshing reminder that eating well does not have to be a complicated or bland affair. Next, we have Cava, a restaurant that has successfully reimagined fast food for the health-conscious era. If you have ever found yourself wishing that quick and convenient meals could also be genuinely good for you, then Cava is the answer you have been searching for. This Mediterranean-inspired fast casual chain has completely revolutionized the concept of on-the-go dining. Instead of the usual greasy fries, processed patties, and calorie-laden combos, Cava serves up fresh, vibrant, and customizable bowls and pitas. These meals are packed with whole ingredients, bold and authentic flavors, and a serious nutritional punch, proving that speed and health can coexist beautifully. The entire concept at Cava is built around balance, choice, and personalization. The process is simple yet brilliant. You build your own meal. You begin by choosing a base, with options like nutrient-rich super greens, aromatic saffron basmati rice, or hearty lentils. From there, you add your choice of protein, which includes options like tender grilled chicken, spicy lamb meatballs, or flavorful roasted falafel. The real magic happens at the next stage, where you can load up your meal with an array of vibrant and healthy toppings. Think creamy hummus, cooling tzatziki, fresh tomato and cucumber salad, and a dash of their signature harissa for a satisfying kick of spice. The end result is a meal that is not only fast and convenient, but also colorful, full of life, and free from the grease and regret often associated with quick service food. What truly distinguishes Cava from other fast casual competitors is its unwavering commitment to using real, high-quality ingredients. Their delicious sauces, dressings, and dips are made from scratch daily, using wholesome components like olive oil, fresh herbs, and spices instead of preservatives, artificial additives, or cheap fillers. Furthermore, their meats are responsibly sourced and antibiotic-free, a standard of quality that is exceptionally rare in the fast food industry. Each bowl you create at Cava is naturally rich in fiber, healthy fats, and lean proteins, all the essential macronutrients your body needs to feel satisfied, energized, and ready to take on the day. This is food that seamlessly fits into a modern, busy lifestyle without forcing you to compromise on health or flavor. Another area where Cava excels is transparency. The company is upfront about its nutrition facts, sourcing practices, and allergen information. There are no hidden calories or secret ingredients. It's just fresh, honest food prepared the way it should be. This integrity has helped Cava cultivate a loyal following among people who want to eat better but still crave convenience and bold taste.